In this video, I will concentrate on discriminant and how the discriminant can help you in case you need to graph a quadratic function. Let's recall the standard form of quadratic function. F of x equals ax squared plus bx plus c. And remember that the a, b, and c are numbers. And let's recall the formula for the discriminant is b squared minus 4ac. So when you find the discriminant, you will know how many x-intercept points your given quadratic function will have. Because discriminant is a number, it will have three possible outcomes. It's going to be greater than 0 in case number is positive. It's gonna equals to 0 in case discriminant turns into 0. And then it's gonna be negative if discriminant turns to be less than 0. So if discriminant turns to be a positive, you will expect 2 x-intercept points. If discriminant will be equals to 0, you will expect 1 x-intercept point. And if discriminant will be negative, then you will have no intercept points. And remember, we're talking x-intercept points. For the sake of practice, I will use the same quadratic functions that I used for previous session when we were talking about quadratic equations, because we already were able to find a discriminant. So the first one is f of x equals 3x squared minus x minus 2. The coefficients I have a equals 3, b equals -1, c equals -2. We already plugged that into the formula for the discriminant and came up with the discriminant equals 25, which is greater than 0. So when discriminant is greater than 0, you know we're expecting 2 x-intercept points. So your parabola for this case will look somewhat like this. And remember that the discriminant will not find you the intercept points. It will only tell you how many x-intercept points you have. So we have 2 intercept points in this case. Let's work on the next function. F of x equals 4x squared minus 12x plus 9, where a equals 4, b equals -12, c equals 9. And again, in the previous video, we used the coefficients and the formula for the discriminant and came up with the discriminant equals to 0, meaning that your function will have only one point of intersection with the x-axis. And to have only one point of intersection with x-axis, the point will have to be right on x-axis. So your parabola will look somewhat like this, and the point of intersection with x-axis will be your vertex. And the third function I brought in is f of x equals 3x squared minus 4x plus 6, where a equals 3, b equals -4, c equals 6. So the discriminant, when you plug in those numbers into the formula for the discriminant, will be -56. We did that in a previous video, which is less than 0. So when discriminant is less than 0, then your graph, your parabola, will have no intercept points with x-axis. Your graph will look somewhat like this, and as you see, there's no intercept points with x-axis.